Okay, I'm live. Uh, no viewers, no likes, no, whatever. I don't care. Keep going. Um, for the longest time, I fought this, uh, gang stalking shit, the target shit, the electronic harassment shit, all that shit. And, it was hard. It was hard. It was hard to get through it. It was hard to get through. It was hard to get through that. I'm not gang stalked anymore. I'm not harassed, anything like that. But I was walking down the strip of Venice Beach in L.A., and all of a sudden an ambulance pulled up with a police officer, and they put a straitjacket on me and held me down in the ambulance, made me go. I wasn't doing anything wrong, acting crazy or nothing. And they told me that I had to go in for a mental evaluation. So when we got there, I made sure to look around, my surroundings where I was at, and try to take it all in, and at least get the name of the hospital off the building. But I didn't see anything on the building that said hospital at all, or emergency, or any ambulances, anything like that. And nor did I see anything like that when I left the hospital. But while I was there, and more than a hospital, it looked more like a high school classroom, like a science lab would look, is what it reminded me of. Like a science lab when I was in high school. And the nurse there, she said, "Be very still, I'm going to give you a shot." And it was in the base of my back of my neck in a bone, you know. And she didn't give me a shot anyway. She cut down and she like stuck something in, and then she put like some kind of liquid stitch super glue stuff over it. And I know this because she got it all in my damn hair. And I remember walking around South Central Los Angeles, lost all the next day for 2 days, really, trying to get the super glue out of my hair. But I also remember feeling kind of like not quite there, a little out, a little off, a little out of it, not quite myself, kind of a faded copy of myself then, or like I had just been molested or something, invaded something. I just felt like I had been violated, along with feeling off kilter, like my senses weren't as keen as they should be. And now that I think about it, which I've been figured this out, I've been figured out what I'm not actually a clone. I'm a Russian organic robotoid, and I'm a firm believer that when that bitch did that she transferred my consciousness into something digital, and because about every 5 weeks or so, the ambulance will just show up and bust in my bedroom, just for no reason. Like I'm sitting here right now making a video, and the ambulance just come right in here and hold me down and put me on the ambulance and take me to the hospital. And last time they gave me a shot. They always give me a shot, but last time they gave it to me, I snatched a vial from her hand, and it's a drug called Aristotle. Aristotle, just like the philosopher. Well, the internet says that Aristotle is a drug commonly used in therapeutic cloning. Um, and I'm not a doctor. I've had no medical training. How would I know the name of a fucking drug that was used in cloning to even go home and look some shit like that up? Why would I even think to look up some shit like that? You see, I'm not making this shit up. This is real. This is happening to me. Um. Uh. And after that, I've got blank memory too. That's like the last I really remember of the next thing I remember of L.A. I'm somewhere else. It's faded. There's chunks of memory going out of that day. You feel me? Um. And not only that, but there's no shot that goes in the back of the neck in the bone. You know, if it was an antipsychotic, it would go in muscle mass, your arm or your butt, right? And if it was a pain shot or something, it would be intravenous, right? It would go in a vein. There's no shot that goes in the back of your neck and the bone in the base of your neck like that. So I'm pretty damn convinced that that's what was that was the day that it was probably originally done to me. Maybe not. Maybe they were upgrading my cortical stack or something, or I'm not really sure, you know. But also I got on Truth Finder, uh, you know, where you can look up people's background checks and stuff like that. And my name and social security number, uh, there is death certificate that exists out of Bennettsville, South Carolina. Um, I don't know. I don't know if what I don't know. And see, this is when I just figured out that I have been. Well, I guess not, because cloning and Robotoid is a different process. So I guess I wasn't cloned into a Robotoid. I was robotized. I'll just call it that. So now I've been figured out that I've been robotized, digitalized, right? But it never occurred to me to think that my family, you know, here left, you know, in Oasis with me were clones as well. But they are. Um, I can't say that they're all robotoids or if they're synthetics or if then there might be a lizard or two in the bunch. I don't even know, but they're not. My human family, human civilization as I've known it, you know, there's this utopia and Oasis dimension shit is real, y'all. Okay, if you look around the world here, what you see is, you know what, these people that you see going in and out of stores every day when you stop and get gas and hey, how you doing? Okay, yeah, yeah. They're all clones or reptilian or synthetics or robotoids or something. They're not the real deal, you know. The only thing that I don't get is um or maybe maybe we're just the ones that just didn't make the cut, you know. You know, we didn't get, you know, because I don't, these clones, you know, my family and the ones that I see throughout the day, you know, these clones most know that they are clones and they have connection with their real human body, you know, so they kind of live paradise through it, through them, you know. But I'm unable to do that. I can usually I can voice of God anybody I want in the whole world. You know, so I can close my eyes right now, and if I want to get a message to Oprah Winfrey, she will get it. Whatever I want to tell her, and whether she wants to hear it or not, she'll get it. And I get confirmation from that. I know when they get it. Um, I can't explain it, but I can talk to my real mother all day long. She's in a different plane. You know, she's here with me so that it looks. You know, there's a clone of her walking around with the exact same consciousness copied up, a copy of her consciousness. She might not even know she's a clone. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure she does. I feel that she does. Um, and but I can get a message to my real mother, my birth mother, in a different realm, a different dimension. But I can't get a message to myself, my real human self. All I get is a black void in my mind. So I think the human me is probably dead. Um, I can't get anybody to talk about it. I can get them to call me crazy and or maybe laugh and joke about it like I'm an idiot or something, you know. But this is real. This is true. You know, if it's kind of like they call it the Matrix. and we're in the shit world. We're on the shit side and the shit. We're not in the paradise. You know what I mean? We're in the we're in the dog shit fucking you know part of the matrix. But I just calls it the Nintendo because that's more like what it is. Like we're VR. Like they shrunk us down VR and just put us in the Nintendo. You know, that's how it feels. Um, and even my thoughts. This Randall Knox guy, who I am, my uh, ID says I am, who my social security card says I am, my birth certificate says I am. You know, um, but it feels fake, phony, being him. Acting out his personality at every given moment, whatever in whatever situation happens to occur. It feels forced. You know, have any other robotoids ever kind of developed their own sense of self? Kind of their own consciousness. Kind of written over top of their recorded one. Because that's how it feels. It feels like I just want to be me, but I'm not. I'm trapped having to be somebody else. I don't know if that makes sense. Probably not. Yeah, probably sounds crazier than hell. I wish I could have worded that different or something. But that's how it feels. And the clones left behind, they say all the right things, like the real ones would, or try to, but it's not. There's not really any soul in nothing they do. I don't feel any real soul in it. Um, they're not real humans. Besides, I know where the real humans are. They're in a different realm. They're in paradise, utopia. Um, but and believe it or not, I was just probably 7 months ago now. I was thinking, God, thank you that the gang stalking shit, it's bullshit, Target shit stopped. Thank God this Target shit has stopped. Well, little did I even know that I could look up, targeted individuals, families been cloned and shit, and find shit other people who are going through cloning now. After all the gang stalking, now they're figuring out this cloning shit. I know I've got to be organic robotoid because they only last a few months or a few weeks, depending on how rough of a little life they got. And they have to be done over. Well, they're not doing me over at a cloning center nowhere. I promise you that. Underground ground nowhere. They clone that they're not cloning me. They're digital. They're rewiring me is what they call it. I woke up one time because I've got a high tolerance of drugs. Okay, especially pain pills and shit like that. They were doing a procedure on me, but I woke up during the. I guess they didn't give me enough whatever they give me to knock me out, and a lot of it or whatever. And I woke up and they had these hot red wires burning. I mean, they burning through my elbow, like wiring up and down my arm. And I mean, it hurt like holy hell. And I wish I wouldn't have woke up for it. They should have given me something stronger or something. But they did that. And then sometimes when I get to remembering well, see, for the longest time I just thought a clone was a clone when I was cloned. I'm a clone, I'm a clone, I'm a clone. But I've been knowing I'm a clone, but I'm not actually a clone. I'm a robotoid. I think that's the loophole, how they get away with doing it, because cloning is technically illegal, but a robotoid ain't. And robotoids are replicated, produced, a total different process. It is nothing like cloning. So that's how they're getting away with doing this. Um, but little did I know that there were other people. I guess the targets, I guess we're the ones that are not told. That's another way they fuck with us hard, I guess. They clone everybody else around us. The rest of our whole community. Our peers, our neighbors, or whatever. But they don't tell us shit about it. You know what I mean? That we've been cloned, that everybody's been cloned. Everybody else knows they're clones. See, that's just another way to target us harder. Don't let that trick you. You know what I mean? We're all clones now. The only thing that I'm hoping is because a clone or a robotoid, especially, would have no soul. If I'm running on a copy of Randall Knight's soul and mind, right, his consciousness, well then, whether he's dead or alive, if he's alive, his soul's gonna die one day and answer then, right, or whatever, or pay for him, right? What soul do I have, to drive me? All I can hope for is that there's a God somewhere up there above, and that He will see that this was done to me without knowledge or consent, you know. And I'm sure that God sees every life for what it is, a life, right? And I'm sure that God created man, and if God made man smart enough to figure out how to do this shit, then that's still or a blessing, or it could have been. It could be. You know, there's a lot of couples that can't have kids, sterile and shit. Pray to God for just to get pregnant and have a baby. Or there's uh people with no limbs, no legs and one arm, or no legs or arms, or people like paraplegics in wheelchairs that can't move anything but their head or their mouth, talk. You know, wouldn't it be great to have a whole extra person to help them do everything? That was kind of programmed, just person that was there just for that. Which would be a miserable life. Goddamn, I wouldn't want to be. I wouldn't want to be a clone. I wouldn't want to be cloned from birth. I wouldn't want to be birthed a grown individual and my very sole purpose being to take care of some invalid like that, or to be somebody's sex slave, whatever that. You know what I mean? Or no weird, creepy, strange attached shit. You know what I'm saying? But that's in the damn in the school books. That's in the damn coloring books there. It was everybody talking about the Illuminati. If you join the Illuminati, they'll get you in your sleep. You go to sleep and you'll be at the cloning center all of a sudden and shit, right? Well, damn the Illuminati, 'cause this ain't got shit to do with the Illuminati. The hospital, they done this to me at the hospital. I promise you that. And they've got my entire family. But I'm pretty sure they're in a better place. The real ones, anyway. I just gotta figure out. Lord, if anybody can tell me how to ever get out the goddamn Nintendo, I sure would appreciate it. Stick me in the Atari for a little while. Fuck it. At least I'll be by myself. Nobody can fuck with me. Hell.